Hi there, Aries. Welcome to your end of January 2024 General Tarot Update. It's Serena here. Ooh, big money. Getting some of the same cards as Pisces, but in different positions. I think this is your card. But I don't know. Maybe Leo. Okay, then we get some fire energy at the end here. Well, you have some nice cards. So, at the heart of the matter, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card of inheritance. This is a card of family money, or family business. So when I say family money, obviously inheritance is that, but also any kind of help from the family or offer of help, but the family business. But this can just be a money of affluence. Whether you currently have it or not, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some of you might be wanting it. You might not have it yet, but this is something that is in your radar, in your vortex, as Esther Hicks would say with Law of Attraction. And I just see some inheritance cards here. Besides, that support that card as an inheritance card. In the past position, we have the King of Cups. So this can be a father, and kings can be fathers, especially if it's a father who you had a loving bond with. This would be, or a father figure. So even a grandfather, somebody who acted in that role, if you did not have your father in your life, or just an additional person who you really looked up to in that way. But this can be a counselor or somebody that you look to as a consultant, but especially for emotional issues with the King of Cups. If this is someone other than a father, uncle, or some other kind of fatherly figure, grandfather or stepfather, a male, and usually an older male who is of the water element, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This could be like oh yeah, that's true. This could also be a spouse or an ex-spouse. And the Ten of Pentacles can be, maybe there's like some money issues between the people as they're splitting up, who gets what. And it's big money. It's not just peanuts. The higher message is the Star card, which is why I think it favors somebody who has crossed over, because one of the possibilities with the Star card is that you're being guided by unseen forces. This is a card of faith in unseen forces, and you might feel that sense of guidance, that someone who has crossed over is really looking out for you and maybe directing you in the way that this money, sometimes it can be that people are fighting over inheritance and that there's even treachery involved. Luckily, in your case, I don't see any cards that really speak on that, speak to being tricked or anything along those lines, but that doesn't mean that it's true, that everything is above board, because I happen not to pick that card. But yeah, so I'd say specifically anything that has to do with, I think that the Star card this is like the spiritual message. So I think that whatever has happened, maybe it was that you got a lot of money, or you are going to get a lot of money, and you didn't think that this was going to happen, and it's kind of restored your faith in life. When I see the star card, I really feel like the person has gone through the mill, that they've really gone through it, and now something good has happened that has kind of made them say, yeah, life isn't so bad after all. What crosses you is the Temperance card. Um, I I was just remarking that I love this depiction of it. It's very faithful to Rider-Waite, although the images are obviously updated and more diverse compared to the traditional deck that everybody knows the symbolism of those. But this is very similar to that, and I love the colors and the sun and the color, the color of her skirt. But this is, you can see that she is straddling the water and the earth, and this is symbolic for um, being balanced in your spiritual life and your material life. But it's in the challenge position, so that may be something that is not really happening. And what I believe with that is that with the Ten of Pentacles, you may be kind of like, the word that came to my mind right now is blindsided. There may be something that is making you engrossed in some kind of pursuit of money for whatever reason, and big money. And that could cause you to ignore your spiritual side, and that would be to your detriment. So keep that in mind. Do not become imbalanced no matter what's going on. If you have an inheritance or will probate issue, you can take care of that if you need to and still remain balanced on your spiritual path and know what the ultimate truth is, whatever these temporary distractions. But sometimes, on the flip side, you have people that are so ungrounded, they're in the ether, and they're not like grounded enough to like take care of practical matters, and they can let a lot of things slip through their fingers that they need in order to just function. Like people need money in this world, unless they already have a trust fund that they don't have to like think about. So it's not materialistic to kind of pay attention to that side of life. It makes a lot of sense. But unfortunately, I think human beings tend to be extreme. They feel like they either have to go one way or the other way. And the Temperance card is about, being on an even keel. What is coming in? The King of Wands. You love to see this. This is stepping into your power. This is the alpha male energy. Well, Aries is a masculine sign. So even if you're a female, this is what you represent, which is autonomy, self-determination. And I just want to say that this is not to slam anybody who works for anybody else, because it really has nothing to do with that per se. But I just happen to be at Whole Foods, I practically live there sometimes, I think. And I overheard one of the workers, maybe a supervisor, saying to a supervisor, is it okay if so-and-so takes their lunch right now? And then the supervisor said, yes, it is. And, I totally get it. I've been there and done that. But it just struck me in that moment of like, if the fact that people have to ask permission to do something so basic, that it can really be And especially for like an Aries type of person, it can feel oppressive, because it's like Aries people a lot of times want to give orders. They don't want to take orders, you know. And sometimes, you know, we have to be humble enough to be a servant and to be able to, you know, let go of that egoic need to kind of just be in that dominant position. But on the other hand, sometimes it's too controlled, you know, and it can, to me, it can suck from the life force if somebody doesn't feel like they have much control over basic things like when they eat, and they have to kind of ask permission for it like they're a child or something. And I understand about the logistics of, you know, employees and having to man the whatever the register. But anyway, that was just something that came to me. The King of Wands is about freedom. It's about um, confidence, self-actualization, where you are, you know, going after things with confidence, not afraid of failure, but really believing in your ability to make things happen. This is pure Aries energy for sure. Now, sometimes um, things in life are distractions. So, I mean, I was even going to say too that Ten of Pentacles, if you're getting money from your family, if you're working for your family, that can be problematic, I think, for some areas, to be honest with you. Even though they may be grateful that they have a way to pay their bills, they can feel like they're tied still to their parents. And you may want to break free from that. And that's what the King of Wands represents. And of course, Aries, you will have a solar eclipse coming up to look forward to in April. It's a total solar eclipse. I've been hearing about this. I don't know if it's going to be visible in all of North America. I remember the one in Leo back in 2017, and I stared right into it, and I can still see. So it'll be interesting to see if that one will be visible. Okay, so the outcome card, another Wands card, another fire energy, Three of Wands. Adventure, looking for broader horizons. So I think that's what the water, like the big body of water, represents. Usually, there's mountains in the background. And what this can mean is that perhaps you have felt some sort of restriction, constriction. If you're getting divorced, for instance, you can, I could think of a lot of Aries people wouldn't necessarily spend much time mourning the loss of their marriage. They might be too busy celebrating their newfound freedom. Aries is a very forward-looking sign. So there's not much ruminating on the past, unless you have the moon in Cancer. That might change things a little bit, but in general, that isn't something that you typically do. It's like, what is the next adventure I can have? What can I conquer next? And so it seems like you're moving through something very well. If you're receiving money, you may use it to fund some kind of, maybe it's travel where you're going to see things that you've never seen before. But there's the last card here shows expansive energy, which is really great. And the King of Wands is great about stepping into your power. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm primarily an astrologer, so I have a number of astrology readings. I have private tarot readings as well. And I have package deals that are discounted if you buy like my chart analysis with my transits reading. These are full-length readings that are specially priced as a package deal. But I have standalone readings as well with love, career, and things like that. You can find out more information at the link below. I'm at RainaMoonAstrology.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.